This stew was not made with any tomato paste or even fresh tomatoes. And look at how the color is popping. Hello, Value family, and welcome back to my channel. All right, guys, let's go right into the recipe. To make this soup, you'll be needing some peppers. And here I've already deseeded my shumbo because I don't want this to be bitter at all. I've had my own share of experience from that. So add in your scotch bonnet pepper. This was not actually too hot, so I'm using this quantity. Just feel free to use the quantity you can tolerate. And this is the star ingredient for this stew. So add in your carrot. It's just going to pop up the taste of this stew. So add in some onion bulb. I'm using just one. Add in your beetroot. I'm using two medium-sized beetroot. The beetroot is just going to give this the red color that you regular stews we have. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to transfer everything here into the oven. We are just going to allow it for a few minutes for it to roast. The roasting method is just going to add to the flavors of the stew. So this is what it looks like after roasting. Trust me, guys, the roasting method or the grilling method adds to the taste of the stew. The same way you do to your tomatoes, just do this. Even though the carrots might not be looking as if anything has been done to it, trust me, the taste is just going to very different. It's going to affect the taste of your stew, and you really like how this will turn out. So what we are going to do now is to transfer everything into our blender, and we are just going to add a little water to help blend it depending on the type of blender you are using. So I'm just going to pour everything into the blender, and we are going to proceed to blend this. Please remember, I told you I added a little water to help blend this. If you're not using a strong blender, add a little water. Don't go and spoil your blender and say because you are trying out Grace Values recipe. Please, I won't be held accountable for that. So after blending, this is what it looks like. This is the much this blender couldn't do. This is what it looks like. It's not really that smooth, but you are going to work with this. Be honest, right? If they don't tell you, you won't know there is no tomato in this mix at all. If you didn't watch the process from the beginning, I know you would have found that there is tomatoes in this. As you can see, you can actually make your stews without tomatoes, without any tomato paste. So this is the mixture we are going to be working with, and it is red enough for us. So into the pot now, let's just begin the cooking process. The regular way you make your stew, so add in your vegetable oil into your pan. Go in first with your aromatics. I've added in my ginger and garlic paste. Allow this just few seconds on fire. Going with your chopped onions, just build flavors first. Just the regular way you make your stew. So I'm just building flavors with this. Just stir this all together. Fry this till it is translucent before we proceed now to pour in the mix that we made. This tea is just going to be very simple and straightforward, but trust me, guys, the taste is so good. So after frying this, we are going to be pouring in this mix that we have already made. So pour in your mix into this. Remember, I told you we are not using tomato paste nor even fresh tomatoes for this tea. So I'm just going to stir this all together. You just want this to fry too. This is already looking good, and the color is popping. Yes, it has this red, vibrant red color that our stew used to have. That's the regular tomato stew. So I'm going to add in the seasoning I'm using for it. I'm adding in all purpose seasoning and seasoning powder. Just add it in, stir this all together. You just want this to fry the regular way you fry your tomato based stew. You just want this to fry too, so just proceed with the frying. After about 10 minutes of stirring occasionally, this should be ready. So I'm just going to add in salt. After adding the salt, just proceed to add in the protein you are using for your stew. For this, I only boiled my chicken. Please, this is the way I want it. Boil your chicken and just add in the chicken stock. You can decide to fry your chicken or even grill it. It is totally up to you. But on this day, we just want to have this chicken scattered in this tea. You know the vibe this gives. Those that have tried it, I know you understand. So on this day, I just wanted to have this very soft chicken in the stew. So I'm just going to stir this all together. Make sure you mix everything well. Before you cover up your pot, you can just taste and adjust to your desired taste. That's you can adjust your seasoning or salt. But the chicken stock was just so good enough. So I'm just going to cover this up and allow this to cook. Once the oil comes to the top like this, you can see what you have. Our stew is almost ready. You can see the oil at the top of the stew. That way, you know your stew is properly cooked. It is well fried. So I'm just stirring this all together. The chicken is already scattered in this. This is very soft, and this is what we have. This is so good, guys. So I'm just going to stir everything all together, taste again to make sure that actually this hits well. And that is how to make your own stew without tomato paste, without fresh tomatoes. And you can see the pot of stew is big enough for a large family. This is not even an alternative to your tomato based stew. This is a delicacy on its own. So next time you don't want to eat your regular tomato based stew, you want something different, I urge you guys try this out. This is so good. So I'm just going to stir this all together, make sure that everything is well mixed, and that is how you can make a very big pot of stew without tomato paste, without your fresh tomatoes, and our stew is ready. And one good thing about this is that it pairs well with everything. You can pair it with your white rice, your beans. For this one, you'll be pairing this with macaroni, and it is so good. Just take a look at how this turns, guys. Try this, guys, and I know you understand what I mean. If you have watched this recipe to this point, don't forget to like this video. Just click the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, this is the right time for you to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, you know you have a special place in my heart, right? I know you do. And if you have any recipe you want me to share with you, let me know in the comment section below. I will try as much as I can to bring it your way. Don't forget to share. I'll see you guys in another recipe. Take care. Bye.